Ladies and gentlemen, an absolutely terrifying presence has just entered the room. And no, I'm not talking about Grimm guy. He's already in the room, and he's pretty damn terrifying. But no, ladies and gentlemen, today, Grimm guy, our beloved hero, faces probably his biggest challenge yet. This is a match that a lot of people have been hoping would happen, because these two players are essentially doing the same thing, just a little bit differently. On one side, we have the one and only Grimm guy, the beloved champion of the people. Grimm guy games are some of the most popular on my channel, and I don't think that's a coincidence. People absolutely love watching Grimm guy just clobber high-rated players with the CO that everyone used to make fun of. He is beloved, we all love Grimm guy, and he tends to win a lot of his games too, which is very impressive. But today, ladies and gentlemen, he is up against one of the most legendary players of all time, Tesla246. This guy is basically doing what Grimm guy is doing, but he's been doing it a lot longer and with a much stronger CO. I use stronger in quotation marks here because, you know, like we all know Grimm guy knows how to play Grimm. But I don't think people will challenge the fact that Adder is a better CO than Grimm overall. Tesla has 1,229 games played as Adder. He has some other COs in there. He's not always been like a pure Adder account. You can see he's played just a little bit in the past. But over the past few years, I mean, this is an old account. This account dates back a very, very long time. This guy has been crushing high-level opponents with Adder, as it says in his bio. And this guy has taken games against some of the best players in the community. Sometimes playing as Tier 1, Tier 2, Tier 3 COs, it does not matter. This is the original Adder guy, basically. He only plays Adder, and he wins a lot of his games. And so, ladies and gentlemen, we have these two players. The account that only plays Grimm versus the account that only plays Adder. I don't think I have to specify that the odds are stacked against Grimm guy here, because he's playing literally the best Adder player in the world here. I don't think anyone will dispute that. A guy who's played more Adder games than most of us has played total games, and won more games than we've lost, probably. So, I mean, it is absolutely crazy. It is absolutely crazy. This match is going to be a good one, and I'm going to be taking my time with this match. I'm going to go a little bit slower than I usually do, because I really want to savor this match. This is one that I've been waiting for a long time, and when I saw that it was completed, I was like, oh my god, time to cast it. This is going to be a true banger, ladies and gentlemen. The map that we're playing on today is called Don't Drink the Water. One of my favorite mixed base maps of all time. This is another reason I think why Grimm guy is up against the Monumental Challenge here, because mixed base is like Adder's playground. Adder loves mixed base maps because it allows him to just kind of side slip all over the place. Mixed base maps are perfect for front shifting your units. Like movement bonuses just allows you to get so many caps. There's so many contested properties on this map. Mixed base, of course, means that the bases are all over the place. Black Hole player has like these three bases right here, whereas Yellow Common player has these bases, and because of the first turn advantage, he has to capture some bases to start off with. There are labs on this map, and the labs substitute HQs, so if they are captured, that's basically the same as an HQ cap. Similar to Caustic Finale, there's like a missile silo in the middle, but it's purely like a visual missile silo. No one can ever get to it. There are airports, but they're kind of out of the way in the corner, so it will take a little while for battlecopters to reach the center, but they are very strong. And of course, you got these rivers, which kind of cut the battlefield in half, but there is some possibility here, like you can send infantry units over here, for example, but only infantry units. And if you want to like reinforce with vehicles, they have to go like all the way around here, which is very slow. So usually how this map tends to play out is you got basically one clash here, and then one clash here. And then sometimes you'll have little fights in the corner here, but generally speaking, the center tends to not be fought over a lot. But it is a great map. I really, really like it. Base trades are very common here, and I will say one thing about Grimm as a CO, he's not bad at base trading with his high firepower. Of course, he gives that firepower bonus to his friend as well, or his opponent, I guess we should say. So it's not like this is a bonus that's exclusive to him, but when he pops his firepower, he can do a lot more damage than you might think, and that might help him get that base. If he has like an RD lock on your base and he needs to kill a medium tank, for example, Grimm power can really allow him to do that a lot quicker than you might expect. So, not to say Grimm is a bad CO in mixed base or base trade maps. I just think Adder's probably a little bit better. But ladies and gentlemen, This match is going to be absolutely wild. Please strap yourself down. Enjoy this. I know I will. This is going to be amazing. All right. So, oh boy, it's been a while since I've been this excited to cast a match because I know this one's going to be absolutely insane. So, we got Tesla in the black trunks here. Grimm guy in the yellow trunks right here. Grimm guy is player 1. So he will need to capture a few bases before he can get going. I think the opener on this map is fairly standard. You want to go for the neutral bases first, but there are some variation early on, whether or not you want to build like a tank on this side or on this side. Usually when I'm player 1, I tend to build a tank here, but let us see what Grimm guy and Tesla is going to cook up here. Day 3 rolls in. 7k in the bank. Are we going to see any early recon openers or anything cheesy like that? Or are both players just going to open safe infantries? That's what I'm excited to see. So far, not seeing anything out of the ordinary. And nope, both players just going comfortable infantry openers for now. They might be doing a bit of a gentleman's handshake. This is kind of like when you play StarCraft and both players expand. They kind of like do a handshake. Like, yeah, I'm going to expand, you're going to expand, we're just going to have a macro game. Seems like that's actually happening right here between Tesla and Grimm guy. Grimm guy is the first player to build a tank, and he's building it on the right side. So this is his strong side, actually. He has 2 bases here, which means that he eventually might be able to put some pressure on his opponent's weak side here. This airport will be captured, of course, but an anti-air can shut that down pretty easily, so I don't think that's going to be a problem. Both players are going to get their comm towers. I definitely think the comm tower on this map benefits Tesla, because Grimm guy can 2-shot units on cities without really having to worry. But whereas Tesla needs the comm tower to get the 2-hit KO during his powers. So it's something that I talked about this before. I might be wrong on this one, but I do think that comm towers, generally speaking, benefits other COs more than Grimm. Because Grimm already has high firepower, he can already reach all these benchmarks on his own. I think Grimm enjoys it more on maps where he gets to like exclusively have the 30% firepower and his opponents are stuck at 0. Because it just means Grimm has more opportunities to break through his opponent. Of course, it's easier to break through Grimm with his reduced defense, but I don't know. I might be wrong on this. If I am, then please point it out in the comment section. It's just a theory I have. Anyway, day 5 rolls in. And looks like Tesla is opening up artillery. I have watched a few of Tesla's games before. I haven't covered him in like a lot of extent, but I will say it does seem like this guy does enjoy his artillery as adder. He is, again, he seems to be a pretty slow, methodical player, similar to Grimm guy. He plays defensively until he doesn't. Of course, Adder is a more aggressive CO by nature due to his movement bonuses. He wants to generally use those movement bonuses to attack. But I don't know Tesla as well as I know Grimm guys. It's going to be interesting to see Tesla's playstyle right here. So Tesla has opened up a tank in the center here. And he has an artillery, and mechs, of course, I didn't talk about this during the intro section of this map, but mechs really cannot be understated on this map, just how strong they are. Look at all these mountains. Tons of mountains for mechs to move into, and just with Adder getting that extra movement, the mechs are going to have absolutely insane value. And I think, like, if we look at Grimm's tanks, they really have to stay away from those Adder mechs, especially during CO power. I mean, they will absolutely obliterate them. So, Grimm guy needs to be very careful here. He doesn't want to go into those mechs. He needs to keep his distance. So here, Grimm guy is attacking the comm tower. He might be trying to take it from Tesla. We'll see if he succeeds or not. He pulls his infantry back, builds an artillery. Grimm guy does like his artillery, and Grimm artillery are pretty terrifying. Tesla going for the comm tower now. They might do a bit of a comm tower swap, actually, and places his artillery here to interrupt any infantry that might go in here. So yeah, maybe Grimm guy will just like handshake on the comm tower and they'll just swap it back and forth between each other. Could be the play. So it looks like Tesla's gonna apply a lot of pressure on Grimm guy's weak sides. They're probably both gonna pressure each other. Second artillery coming out from Tesla right now. That is crazy, man. That is crazy. 2 double artillery, and Grimm has a tank here, by the way, so Tesla's really confident in his artillery play right now. Honestly, Tesla, so far, reminds me a lot of Inkugark in how he plays. Inkugark would also go those wacky like 2 RD openers and just trust his positioning to win the day. I think Inkugark was slightly more favored towards Jake though, which when you play Jake, artillery openers are very strong too, but it looks like Grimm guy's like not gonna just give away that com tower for free. He's like, nah, I'm just gonna sack an infantry here. He will lose it, but he's probably gonna move his artillery north, I imagine. Yeah, there we go. So now he's covering the com tower. Grimm guy, if he plays well right now, he might even be able to snag both com towers if he plays well. And he moves his tank in, goes for the interrupt. Builds another tank on his strong side. An infantry and another. So he's actually splitting his tanks pretty evenly among his strong and weak side right now. So it looks like we're not going to see like a pure base race from both players. Grimm guy definitely building some units on his weak side to ward against this attack right here. Tesla kills the infantry and goes for another hit. Kills 2 infantry this turn and moves in with a second artillery. Tank comes rolling in on the right hand side here. Battlecopter. Yes, the battlecopters are insanely good. And another mech. Tesla's going to be adding on a lot of mechs in on his army. Whenever he can afford them, he will build mechs. They are just incredibly valuable on this map. And of course, you got to protect your labs because the labs can actually fall remarkably quick on this map, quicker than you might expect. But so far, both players just content to capture most of their properties. Grimm guy takes a little bit of a freebie shot here because there's no tanks to really ward away this tank. So Tesla might be a little bit greedy here with this artillery opener, but we'll see what he can cook off. And Grimm guy, yeah, he's going for the com tower. Tesla's gonna have to stack an infantry to interrupt this. So I think this is fairly decent play by Grimm guy. He's threatening both com towers. You definitely don't want Grimm guy to be 2 com towers up on you. That's a Grimm player with a 50% firepower boost. That's terrifying. That's not something you want to go up against. That's like facing a Grimm player with a constant knuckle duster. That's not fun. That's not fun at all. So day 8 rolls in. Tesla here, he has to interrupt this, and he has to be careful. There's a lot of units coming towards his base right here. But he has 2 artillery here, and these artillery can very easily start locking down this base. So Grimm guy needs to be very careful. Of course, that side slip is very quick to charge up. It'll give Adder a very nice early advantage. Tesla actually using his tank to interrupt the com tower, leaving himself open to be attacked by Grimm guy's tanks. But he has a second tank here, so it shouldn't be that problematic. Yeah, Tesla's being very aggressive here. He's not going to let Grimm guy simply waltz up and take his com tower, so... Battlecopter coming in now. Even using the infantry to attack the artillery. That's kind of cute. Whoa! 6 HP! Whoa! That reduced defense, increasing luck damage, man. It is not fun. Yes, in case you don't know, guys. The lower defense actually improves your opponent's luck damage. A little tip, a little thing that not everyone is aware of. If you've ever seen Grimm versus Flak, my goodness, that's crazy, man. So here we go. Tesla takes out this city here at 415, and I think we're going to have a bit of an infantry brawl going on here. But let's see what Grimm guy decides to do here. His artillery took a bit of damage, which is certainly not great. And Grimm guy smashes back, as he tends to do. And wait, what did he shoot? Oh, he shot on Tesla's artillery with his artillery. Okay, interesting. One-shots the infantry and gets a... Oh, this is where Grimm guy is really at his peak. But of course, ladies and gentlemen, look at this. Look at this. Side slip is active. Mech is gonna hit here if Grimm guy is not careful. That side slip comes in so fast and it is so devastating. Grimm guy gets another nice shot though. But I think Tesla's side slip is going to be very dangerous. But so far, Grimm guy is doing a great job defending here, I gotta say. Tesla is... Oh my god, a 3rd artillery? Really? He has to build... This guy really loves his artillery. I'm baffled that he didn't build a tank here instead, because how can you defend against pure tank with pure artillery? He has to build an anti-air because a battlecopter is coming up here from Grimm guy, but my goodness. Anyway, Grimm guy builds a second. Okay, he has to build a second anti-air, because yeah, this is the problem. You build an anti-air here, the copter will just dance to the left. So on this map, on mixed base maps, battlecopters are so damn strong because you often have to build 2 anti-air to counter 1 battlecopter, which is so annoying. Of course, it's not like the anti-air can't be used for other purposes. They're great for killing infantry, for example, but still. Anyway, here comes the side slip. Let's see what Tesla's able to cook up right here with his extra movement. This is why Grimm guy or Grimm players just don't like going up against Adder. Okay, he's just gonna attack the tank. Kills his own tank to get the mech in, and boom. And the artillery goes down. Or it goes down to 1 HP. It's gonna finish that off with a 5 HP unit. Artillery players coming in here. Double artillery, anti-air. Man, this guy's super confident going up against tanks with just pure artillery, man. It's crazy. And yeah, that's a pretty devastating side slip right there. Grimm guy definitely hurting after that one. Lost both of his tanks, and there's so many mechs in this area right now. But, ladies and gentlemen, his Knuckle Duster is ready. Is he going to pop it, or is he going to save it? Grimm guy, generally speaking, tends to save his Knuckle Duster for a little bit. He's not super eager to pop the powers. But he gets the battlecopter, he builds up some power charge. Looks like he's gonna save his Knuckle Duster for a rainy day. Mechs, out of Grimm guy, I almost never see him build mechs. That's a very rare unit for him to build. In comes the battlecopter, artillery goes down. 1, 2, 3. Okay, I guess he doesn't want to go into the range of the second artillery, which is covering his first artillery. This actually makes sense. Oh, interesting. He's not going for the cap here. I guess he's just foregoing this property. I think he knows he needs his infantry here, so he's not going for this cap because it's going to get interrupted anyway. So might as well. All right, well, Tesla is looking to be in a pretty good position right here. Of course, Grimm guy just clobbered him pretty hard, but he's going to clobber him back really hard now as well. These mechs are going to get so much value, man. Just look at this. Ugh. These mechs are so strong. But, ladies and gentlemen, look at that. Haymaker is active. This is where Grimm guy is at his most dangerous when his superpower is ready. And I think Tesla knows that because he goes for the battlecopter, and that's right, but he is pulling back a little bit on this side. And he has to. He has to pull back on this side because Grimm guy with a haymaker in his pants is... Grimm guy with a haymaker in his pants. Oh, the things I say sometimes. Alright, not popping it though. Again, Grimm guy is remarkably patient. He's gonna risk a second side slip though. Yeah, he's not popping it. He doesn't see the point in popping it right now. I think he wants to build up a larger force first. So he's sitting on it. Is Tesla going to pop side slip again? No, he too is sitting on his power here. Both players showing a lot of restraint. Nope. Mid-turn side slip, ladies and gentlemen. He just wanted to get some power charge first. And here comes, I think, what's going to be a nice wall break. Ooh, okay. Yeah, Tesla not letting up right here. He's not letting up. And surely now, I think Grimm guy has no choice but to pop his power. Day 12 rolls in. Is he still not popping his power? Yeah, no, there we go. He pops a Knuckle Duster. I guess he didn't really need the Haymaker this turn. He takes out the infantry. Ooh, he's not doing a lot of damage. I think he wants to go for the mech. Yeah, he wants to go for the mech. There we go. He needs to get that mech. But I will say, like, this is not a great Haymaker. Tesla's just not letting Grimm guy get the Haymakers that he usually gets against other players. Day 12 rolls in. Is Tesla going to be able to get another side slip? If he takes enough engagements, I think he might be able to get it. We'll see. But it's probably too late to pop it now. Or is he going to pop it? We will see. No, he does pop it. Mid-turn side slip, ladies and gentlemen. For some additional captures. Seems to be mostly a repositional side slip, but still gives him a bit of extra defense. I guess he doesn't want to face another Knuckle Duster with a defense penalty, but man, Tesla's methodical play right here is absolutely insane. He's just not letting Grimm guy punch him. Like, he's just barely staying out of reach. It's remarkable play from Tesla right here. Like, usually Grimm guy wins by goading his opponents into brawls, but Tesla just won't do it. He just won't do it. He has this, like, very slow and methodical artillery play against Grimm Guy, which just isn't working. Like, Grimm Guy isn't really finding a good counter to it. But let's see what happens here. Tesla's like slowly inching his death bolt towards Grimm Guy's base. This is Grimm Guy's strong side, by the way. I just thought I'd point that out. He has 2 bases here, and yet Tesla is just slowly making his way down here. Of course, there is an infantry swarm coming down here, and if Tesla's not careful here, he's going to lose some properties. Grimm Guy is ahead slightly, 21 properties. Although Tesla's probably going to capture this one unless Grimm Guy interrupts it. We'll see what he does. But yeah, Grimm Guy's taking some engagements where he can, but this artillery is so well placed, man. Of course, Knuckle Duster is ready, and Tesla, I don't think he's going to get any more side slips, at least for the next 2 turns. Now, of course, Grimm Guy's infantry swarm is getting shut down by this battlecopter right here. Grimm Guy needs anti-air here. These 2 battlecopters are going to run roughshod over his infantry if he's not careful. And Tesla just methodically picking off Grimm Guy while staying out of range of most of his vehicles. He refuses to rush in. He's like slowly tearing him apart. It is weird. I've never seen Grimm Guy in a situation like this before. And yeah, his infantry ball is kind of useless without anti-air support. Grimm Guy does have a battlecopter here, which might be able to help, but no, he needs to get an anti-air out. And the problem with building an anti-air, though, is that the anti-air has to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 1, 2. It's so slow. This battlecopter can just dart around it. So, yeah, Grimm Guy actually has to pull battlecopters away from his front here to deal with these 2, which is not great. Moves this anti-air in. More battlecopters, more tanks. Both players are still pretty equal. Equal in unit count, income, and unit value. But it looks like Tesla is kind of constricting he's constricting his noose around Grimm Guy's neck right now. It's like I feel like Grimm Guy's getting choked out. So let's see what happens here. A capture goes true, which means Tesla is now a little bit ahead. And he keeps adding on more battlecopters. And he pulls back here. He pulls back here. Again, he's not going to rush into the Grimm Guy meat grinder. He just will not do it. Super slow and methodical defensive player right here. And this is the situation where Grimm hates to be in, right? This is his nightmare. In this kind of like stally face-off against Adder, where both players are massing up on each side, statistically, Adder's gonna pop the side slip and get the first strike, and this is what Grimm hates. This is what Grimm Guy really doesn't like to face. This is why he likes to goad the Adder players into this brawl where he just beats them up before they can do anything. But Tesla is too experienced, too advanced. He's just not letting Grimm Guy get to that point. And now Grimm Guy is forced into the standoff right here. And I'm not saying like Grimm Guy is bound to lose that standoff. He still has a good chance if he can get like a good superpower in. But Tesla's just so methodical. Again, it's like I'm watching Inkugork play this. Like he's playing very similar. Look again, pulling back. He doesn't need to take the engagement. Time favors him right now because the bigger armies they have, the better odds for Tesla to pop a sideslip and get a big beating in before Grimm Guy can counterattack. But of course, Grimm Guy has shown that he's very okay with defensive matches too. He's okay with like just building up his army and try to win with like a giant superpower. So we'll see. There might still be hope for our hero here. Day 16 rolls in. And ooh, look at that. Tesla using his battlecopters, exploiting Grimm Guy's lack of movement, using his battlecopters as a wall. He uses his battlecopters as a wall. And this allows him to move in his tanks and his artillery. Beautifully played right here. Grimm Guy cannot reach. He cannot reach. This is essentially a wall in which he can put his units behind and prepare for the strike. Beautifully played by Tesla. That is such a good play. My goodness. And meanwhile, he plays defensively here. This is a really tense situation right here. Super tense. Yeah, he's not going to attack on both sides. He will not let Grimm Guy brawl the way that he likes to do. And I think he's setting up for a massive attack right now. Grimm Guy, I think, knows that Tesla's about to pounce. The Sidewinder, the snake, is ready to pounce on Grimm Guy. Grimm Guy does have a lot of battlecopters, 4 battlecopters in the center right here, and he could bring them south to try and... Like, this is a very precarious situation right here. Because Grimm Guy's got a big army here, he's got a big army here, Tesla's got a big army here, and a big army here. Whoever can bring their army to choke... Like, if Grimm Guy is able to smash this army from both sides, he wins. If Tesla is able to attack here, he will probably win, because he'll wipe out this army, and then Grimm Guy is surrounded. And this is where movement powers are so good, because in mixed-base situations, your ability to front-shift your army is usually what wins you the game. This is what Adder does better than any tier 4 CO with his movement powers. If he just outmaneuvers Grimm, there's not much Grimm can do to stop him. Oh. Oh, I think he's... Oh, he's doing it. He sacked a battlecopter, ladies and gentlemen. He's going to go for the side slip, I think. Yes, he's going to go for the side slip. Oh, here he comes. He might be attacking earlier than Grimm Guy thought. I think he's perfectly calculated his side slip right here. Yep, he has, ladies and gentlemen. Here it comes. Side slip. Here comes the attack. 1 HP infantry ensures the 1-hit KO. Mech comes in to clear away the infantry in the mountains. Battlecopter attacks the artillery. Infantry goes in. Battlecopter smashes the tank. Oh, Grimm Guy's getting pummeled. Oh, he is getting pummeled, ladies and gentlemen. Grimm Guy is getting absolutely destroyed. And then using his remaining powers to just create a more defensive situation. Woo! Alright. If there is a time to pop a haymaker, this would be it. Ladies and gentlemen, the haymaker is coming in. 100% extra firepower from Grimm. Can he brawl his way out of this, ladies and gentlemen? Let's find out. Mech comes in, kills the tank. Anti-air gets the battlecopter down to 6 HP. Another battlecopter goes down, kills the tank, kills the 8 HP tank. Another anti-air. Artillery counterattacks. Infantry comes in. Mech is moving in as well. But the one thing that Grimm Guy wishes he had right now is movement. The firepower is great, but he lacks the movement, which means he can only really fight infantry at this point. Ooh, okay. It's a good counterattack, but is it going to be enough? Like, the thing that I think Grimm Guy has in his favor right now is he has 3 battlecopters up here against only 1 anti-air. This is great. However, I believe this entire section of his base is going to be absolutely crushed. He's also capping the building here at 613, which is nice. And once again, now he has some air support here. So he's threatening multiple properties right here. So let's see. This may not be as Jover as we thought. Of course, Grimm Guy is going to lose his bottom base, and that is very bad. That's 2 bases. And boom, it goes down. Yeah, this is not great. Now Tesla's capturing the base. And it's only a matter of time before this base falls. It will fall. Haha, Mech died. That's funny. And like, Tesla's so far ahead of Grimm Guy right here, as you can see. Like, Grimm Guy is not going to be able to take these bases until at least like another 5 or 6 days, even with these battlecopters. And there's so many anti-air being built here now. Yeah, this is not great. This is not great, ladies and gentlemen. Ladies and gentlemen. First Grimm Guy defeat on this channel. I've covered, I think, over 10 Grimm Guy matches in total. And this is the first time we see him lose. Of course, he does lose sometimes. But man, what a match. To be fair, I don't think it's an understatement to say Tesla is the best Adder player in the world. For Grimm Guy to go up against Adder Guy, he put up a hell of a fight. But in the end, his usual tricks just weren't enough against us, like Old Fox right here. Tesla knew exactly how to play. And it was mixed base. Mixed base is good for Adder. So the deck was truly stacked against Grimm Guy this time around. But man, he got some punches in. He got some punches in. It wasn't a slaughter. Tesla had to work for it. But in the end, it wasn't enough. Still though, Grimm Guy, we salute you. We love you. Look forward to seeing more of your games. Thank you for watching.